let's begin. So I'm finished modeling. There's just one more thing I'd like to show you. If, for example, I wanted to create like little suckers here, I could create them separately and just like put them in there. Or what I could also do is, this trick may sometimes be useful. I just want to show it to you. So I'm gonna grab these points and I'm going to, am I recording? Yes. I will connect them. So right click and connect. Where is connect? Here. All right, so basically they're all connected to one single point in the middle, right? With that, I can do a thing called a chamfer, and a chamfer. Oh, let's change the chamfer type. One sec. Let's use these settings. So the chamfer amount, no segments, and you can see like it's starting to create a circular-ish thing for me. And that's if I want to create a hole in something but keep it a quad. That's like a nice trick you can use. You can do this, and you can do like a polysphere thing on this to geopoly. There's a button here called geopoly, and it basically makes it like properly shaped, if that makes sense, like because it was all smashed. So that will work. And then once I have that, I could, if I wanted to, extrude that hole. That's a hole then, and I could grab that and kind of like extrude from there. That makes sense. Bring out this like sucker if I wanted to. Okay, here's another trick that's useful. See the way like my up and down is aligned to the view, and it's a bit difficult. Like, see if I pull down, it kind of moves away. So one thing I can also do is, instead of using the view, I can do screen. So now the like the handles will align to where I'm looking, which you can see, which makes it useful because I can just like align it properly like that, and that gives me easier control. Okay, is my snaps on? It is. So okay, so I have like a sucker. I fill this in then. And I could cap that, and that would be like a sucker tentacle if I wanted like an actual one. Now in the plushie itself, it does seem like they're just like put on with texture, so I'm not going to actually model the tentacle. But just FYI, just so you know, that's like, and that's pretty okay looking tentacle. Like, it looks actually pretty good. I extruded out. Should we keep it? What do you think? What do you think, class?
Sure. I think if you did it for all of them and we didn't, then it would be harder to do your unwrapping in the queue. But if we're all going to do it, then
Oh, I see what you mean. It would take longer. Yeah. Okay. Let's not. It's fine. It's not that hard. It wouldn't be that hard to unwrap. But yeah, it's not good. Go away. Stop. All right. So unwrapping. Now, ideally, I want to make my unwrapping as easy as possible. You know the way I duplicated like 4 times to create all this. I'm actually going to undo that because I just want to unwrap once. To be honest, because I'm lazy. So I am going to delete all that section. Does that make sense what I'm doing? I'm just getting rid of the extra pieces that are just duplicates anyway. I don't think I'll be... The only exception for not doing this is if I want the tentacles to look different, like maybe there's writing on one tentacle and not on the other or something like that. Do I want... No, you know what? Let's be efficient today. I'm gonna regret this, but it's fine. I'm gonna want to do something on one tentacle and not have it. And that's fine. I don't know if do I want to do the cat ears? Do I want to do the cat ears? Cat. Ooh, do I want to do the cat ears? And it's got a little bell. Okay, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna really quickly make a bell. So it's just as simple as possible. Make a super simple bell. And cool. All right. Convert to poly, and I'm gonna grab the edge loop around. I'll do the chamfer to like split that in two. Ugh, why does it default to that? No, that's fine actually. Oh, sorry. Okay. Right click to stop applying, up the middle, and scale out the middle. And that's like a super cheap and easy bell. I'm going to do a thing called auto smooth here, and that automatically smooths it for me. I can turn off my edge faces, see what it looks like, and good enough. I could probably, maybe I'll change these ones. That's 1, these are 2. What's that down to? Cool. Alright, so I got a bell, job done. I also need, what was it? Cat ears. So let's do very simple cat ears. I want to be able to remove them in case I regret these ears. So I'm going to do a box. I'm going to do 1 and then duplicate. It's just a really simple ear, isn't it? It does look like it has a headband. It does. That is quite annoying. Okay. No, you know what? If they want a freaking headband, and it is useful actually. So hold on. Let me do a thing like this. I'm assuming that I'm making a headband, so there's a bit of thickness. I want to give it a bigger thickness, so it just gives me some leeway. If it's like perfectly thin, it means I need to mold it perfectly. If it's a bit thicker, I can just like shove it in there and it's fine. I'll give it some segments or height. And then I'm going to do a thing called a bend modifier. And the bend modifier, I just need to make sure it's bending in the right direction. Okay, let me just make the box the other way around. Box like that. Instead of height segments, let's do length segments, not width segments. Let's make it even. And then I'll add the bend modifier. Why is it doing this? Center. Gizmo. My pen is being very weird. Interesting. I know, I'm not liking this pen at all, so I'm just going to do this by hand. And I'm not sure why. Let me try something first. I'm going to move my pivot point to the center of my object. I'm going to try that bend again. Let's see if that works better now. No, I don't like it. Okay, it's fine. We'll do an F50 instead. So I'll do F50. Let me do a box. So I'll set the number of points. I can do, I don't care. I think I want width. Let's do 5. Cool. Alright. And I'll leave that center bits. Bring these two down. Let's rotate them 90 degrees. Rotate these 45 degrees. And then I'll bring this one up. Okay. Does that look okay? Should we go into the control points? I'm actually going to make these not 90 degrees fully. Cool, and again, I only need to do half of it because I'm going to duplicate this. But that looks like a pretty decent headband. Yeah, something like that. I'm not going to rotate it there as well because it's easier to texture while it's separate. So let's leave it like that. Cool, and poly over that. Delete half of it because I will duplicate those later. And let's see, do I want to extrude the cat ears? Yeah, probably. I'll extrude the cat ears from here. So there's a thing called extrude. I can literally extrude. If I do the settings, there's a bunch of different types. So there's the height. I can do by group normals, local normals, or I can split it. You can see that split. If I keep like extracting it, you see that it's actually split. But in this case, I do want them to group. And what is going on? Don't know what happened there, sorry. Screw these. And then I'll just extrude them a little bit more. Bring everything forward, just so it looks like a bit like cat ears moving forward. Oh, I forgot to change this on the screen. Say again, sorry? Maybe. And then, if I want to, which I will, I'm going to do an inset. This looks kind of weird. And then add extrude in. I don't know why it's being so weird. Just manually moving back ourselves. It's very messy. I don't like this. I want to keep the edges in line with each other as much as possible, because that's neater. Easier to animate, easier to like retopologize if I need to retopologize, easier texture. Make sure I'm grabbing that. So sometimes you manually do have to go in and fix things like these, because we want to keep it neat. You don't want to have too much of an angle. So I'm trying to get them in line with each other, more or less. And I want to make sure this entire surface is flat, because I think it's all wobbly. So I'll just do a little painter. Same with this. Alright, and then let's try an auto smooth on it and see what happens. Not the worst. I don't think I'm going to keep this auto smooth. I'm going to manually. And also do an auto smooth by like changing this number here. That controls the angle at which it gives you a different smoothing group. So I think I'm okay with this. It's not the greatest. And I kind of want to spend some time on this to make sure this is good-ish before I go to unwrap. Okay, so now I just need to attach these. So click on this one. Let's attach the other two pieces so they're the same model, and then I can begin my unwrapping. So the unwrapping, if we remember, unwrap UVW, that's the modifier. All these green ones are what the default meshes are. I don't want those. Turn them off in the map seams. And here is a new type of unwrapping that I'm going to show you. And this is pelt unwrapping. So what this allows me to do is to edit my seams and turn on my edges. So I can tell it where to cut off. So instead of doing something like this before, where I was selecting polygons and then like doing a quick planar, like getting a quick planar from them, whenever I do a quick planar, what it does is it cuts it out, as we know. But instead of doing that, I want to manually add in my own seams. So there's multiple ways. I can do this selection. So I can select an edge. Let me turn off the planes, just I don't need them right now. So I can select an edge, for example, and I can convert that selection to seams. That means that is cut off between each other. So if I select, for example, this piece, you can see that whole piece. Ooh, is it still connected here somewhere? It should be snapped off from the bottom bit. No, it's still. Where is it still connected? Why isn't it cut off? That should be seen. Oh, I haven't pelted yet. So I'm cutting. I'm basically telling it, like, if you remember the 3D model paper models, like where the cuts were, where it was flat and we fold it together, I'm doing the opposite. I have a 3D model and I'm cutting it and telling you where to press it flat. So hopefully I'll do one bit and hopefully this makes sense. I'm gonna cut this part in half to make that easier. Oh no, what have I done at the top? No! What is this? Why does it go down? Okay, if you see something like this, you're screwed. Your unwrap is gone. Just delete it and start again. But why? When did I push that down? Just make sure you check your model then. That's so frustrating. Okay, that's fine. Seams. Then I can do something like this where I click one of the polygons and I can expand selection to seams. So it'll keep selecting until it hits the seams that I drew. Right? So open UV editor. You can see that it's selecting that area, and that shape doesn't look at all like this shape, so that's not correct. So what I can do then is do the pelt map. Let's see whether this works. You can kind of see it being pelted. Start pelt, start relax. I don't like that. Oh, that's not working. So sometimes that relax isn't. Oh, that's okay. Come in. And I can move that to the side. I just put them away. So this is an unwrapped part. Select that. Start pelt. Start relax. Apparently it takes a while. It's okay. Essentially, oh no, no. Okay, why? Program. So luckily it allowed me to save a copy. I should have been hitting Control S every time. Yes, I did. Cover. I don't know how far it got. It seems to have trouble with this shape. It's fine. It did unwrap. Okay, cool. Basically, what I'm trying to do when I'm unwrapping, you see, like the way that shape is. I'm trying to get it so each polygon more or less is the same um, size and shape as it exists in on the model, more or less. It's fine if it's a little bit off. So let's continue. Now, I can continue selecting edges, like so. What I can also do is I can do this thing called a point to point here. And that's like, if I use vertex, point to point, if I click on a vertex, it will continue drawing the seams for me as I keep going around. Right click to stop, right? So click on a polygon, expand polygon until it reaches the seams. I can just do a quick planer of this one really. Oh, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll peel it. Start relax. It seems to have problems with relaxing. It's not usually this bad. It's taking quite a while here. Oh. Ooh. I don't know if this is a 3ds Max bug. Because it shouldn't have. It should be like way more chill than this. Relaxing isn't a big deal. Okay. Let me